What is up? Thank you for coming to my channel, Prison POV. Shout out to the joiners, shout out to the Point of View crew, and shout out to Dave Myers from Orange County. Good looking out, homeboy. Shout out to Orange County. Shout out to homeboy Dave. He's hooking me up with these thumbnails. And I am so thoroughly and entirely, I hate to say it, I don't want to sound ungrateful or whatever. I know there's work that comes with the channel, but I'm just burned out on thumbnails, man. I'm burned out on them. We're making like 2-something years now, and I only have one little thumbnail maker. It's not that I'm burned out, they're burned out on me. Fresh out of ideas. I'm not inspired. So Dave's like, hey, homeboy, check it out. Do these for fun. Shoot them to me, and good looking out. Now I know Green Eyed Gemini has made them and would love to make me some thumbnails. But in case you didn't catch in my live, she is currently sick with COVID. Snarf, snarf. So please, if you can keep her in your prayers, because basically, man, if she has COVID, I have COVID. I was like that. It's like that. So, I'd appreciate it even if you can go the extra mile, if you can encourage her and give her a well wish in the comment section. She loves to hear from you guys. She freaking loves the Point of View crew. All the way on board with you guys. Love you guys. Loves you guys, as I do. So yeah, if you could give her a little shout out in the comment section, say, get well soon, good night Gemini. She has COVID. Ain't no joke. It makes me feel so helpless talking to her on the phone. So, get well. Quick, girl. But what do we have today for this video, man? What do we have today for this video? This is what's formerly called Viewer's Choice. I no longer do Viewer Choice videos. I could be persuaded to, but it's going to be quite a while before I say, hey, in the community tab, what's up with your concerns, questions, and concerns? Time for a Viewer's Choice. I just feel like those have ran their course. But I have some leftover ones. I saved the best for last. I have some really, really good questions that they're left over. And you know how I usually use like 12 questions and I just like hit it real quick? Like, here's the question. Bam, I give it real quick and I can fit 12 of them in like 20 minutes. There's only 4. And I'm going to elaborate and go a little bit in depth on each one of these. So that's what's up. It's the last day of the month. You know, we got to come through and hit it hard. And I'm believing big things for August. I remember going into it and saying February is going to be the best month I ever had. Best month I ever had. That was a little bit too fast even for me, for my liking. I said February is going to be a bomb month, and it was. You speak it into existence. I'm saying August is going to be the best. You know, because July was a wobbler, homeboy. July wasn't all that. I'm happy to get up out of July. Because, dude, Good Night Gemini was telling me about this. Peep it out for yourself. Go on YouTube. They did an experiment with water, and they got water. And they told water, you're gross, you're ugly, you're stupid, you're disgusting. And the water started looking gross and nasty. And they told the water, you're beautiful, and it started looking snowflakey. Dude, when you speak to water, H2O water, it'll change just by the power of your voice. And they did it with rice. Bro, they've done it with plants. Your words have a huge effect. Huge effect. So I don't want to say anything negative. I don't want any, okay, I love constructive criticism. I don't want no negativity. I'm not going to give any negativity. I'm going to speak positive vibes over me. I'm going to speak it over you. And I'm saying August is going to be a badass month. I'm going to say this is going to be a badass video. Chill on this though. Look at John Stride. He said, any close calls with cops you've had since you've been off parole? Yes, because even after I got off parole, I stayed in the game for a couple years. And one time I walked, a long walk, from here to the connections, way over there. And it was a couple mile walk. But hey, I had to get there. I needed to get well. Things were waiting for me over there. Nothing was cracking over here. I got to go, man. Shoom. I start walking. On the way there, a sheriff drives past me and flips you. He's like, hey, man, hate to single you out. I got a trainee in the car with me. I want to kind of show him how we do it. And I was like, what, when you stereotype? What, when you discriminate? You're going to teach your trainee, like, hey, let me show you how to discriminate real quick. And to stereotype these guys with the tattoos. Pulled right up on me for no reason. I was walking, minding my own business. Had an outfit on me. Had a syringe. Took it from me and wrote me a ticket. The thing is, though, right around that time period, they start making them legal. They're legal. You can actually walk into Rite Aid, any sort of pharmacy, and say, I'd like to get a pack of U100s. And why not? Because with the spread of diseases from IV drug users, why would you not say, okay, well, if you're going to do it, let me provide the things that, so we don't have an outbreak here. I mean, you're going to use them one way or the other. One way or the other. Na 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 na. Dog, they're gonna na 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 na. So might as well give it to them. They're legal. In fact, guess what? I got these from Rite Aid. I still had the receipt, and I told the cop that they're perfectly legal. I thought it was kind of trippy. Why do I always have cotton mouth when I talk? Be that as it may, I went to the court date, and when I showed up, my my public defender said 13 days in jail. I said, you're crazy. I'm not going to take 13 days in jail. These are legal. I have the receipt. I went and bought them. Look, I brought the receipt. I bought it from the store. How can you possibly give me 13 days or something I bought in the store? And they're like unaware. They didn't even know the law. That's surprising. Like, law schmall. Like, we weren't aware of that. Why am I not surprised? We went and talked to the butler and then the candle maker and then the whatever. Bro, they went and worked it out and they talked about it, came out and said, okay, no charges. But I still had to go to court for the judge to dismiss it. It was kind of a chip. They couldn't drop it. She's like, go to court and they'll throw it out. When I went to court, I see one of my old cellies. It was so crazy. When he was my cellie, he was there because some chick put him there. Some charges, he said, bogus, like he hit her with a car, I don't really know. Some sort of domestic. But he was still in love with her constantly, just like he was going through changes. He would always just pace the cell. And he was just obsessed with this chick out of his mind. And what I do, I came in with Malia's, kicking real bad. And when I come into a cell, and I got a good, solid wood homeboy as a cellie, and he's on the bottom rack, I'm on the top rack, I can't climb up and down. Because I'm so sick with Malia's dope sick. I'll take my mattress and put it on the floor and just sit there. Because a lot of times homeboy just sit in his bed anyway and just sit there and talk. What else do you do in your cell, sitting down 23 hours a day? You know, I need to stand there? Like, do, like, handstands, handstand push-ups, squats, one-legged calf raises. No, you're like this. Talking shit, talking about books. There is workout, but chillax, dog. I'm fresh off the streets of Malia's. I'm going to be kicking back. But he wanted to pace. He wanted to pace and sell. He wanted to trip on this chick. So I was like, all right, well, I'm going to kick it on your bed. If you're going to be pacing, so I'm not going to get on mine. He didn't care. So I just came back and he'd be talking to me. And it lured me into like a little 5-minute nap. And you know when you're kicking, if you ever had to kick black, and you get Malia's, dope sick, heroin, you'll catch these little 5-minute power naps. And you'll wake up soaking wet from head to toe. It's pushing all that junk out. That's the worst part about withdrawing, I think. I hate those little 5-minute power naps. Wake up soaking wet. And that happened and his whole bed was soaked. Like, Spencer Holmes. He's like, dang, even leg sweat? Couldn't believe it. It's like, dang, dog. I was like, well, fuck, quit pacing, brother, shit, so I can get in my spot. Anyway, be that as it may, I seen him in court when I went there in my bogus little syringe charge, and he said he was in court over the same girl. Can't believe that? And it had been a couple years. I was like, damn, dog, I can't believe you're messing out with this chick. She did something, whatever happened. Clearly, you guys are not compatible. Clearly, bro, that's not your twin flame or your like soulmate. None of that real fancy romantic stuff. Bro, don't be looking in your horoscopes for her like, oh, did we match? You don't match, I tell you right now, because she put you in jail, brother. Hello. So that's not going to work. And then I seen him, and I was going to court, and he was there for her again, the same chick. And I can't even believe he had the balls to tell me. Had it been me, I'd be like, oh, I'm here for, yeah, I stole the neighbor's newspaper or something. But he's like, yeah, the chick, dog. He wanted to run down the whole case. And I was like, oh, I don't hear that shit, dog. Anyway, be that as it may, homeboy. So that did catch me up, dog. Oh, and I want to say this too, brother. Because when I was walking, when the cop caught me, I told you I was going to my Connect's house. Well, I had done a 4-year term because one of my ex-old ladies, I've told the story before. A lot of you guys may have heard it, may not. Some shit was going on. I jumped through her kitchen window because I thought some guys run there. I pulled a knife from the butcher block and I came running out there. And the ex-old lady and her friend thought I was trying to pull a knife on them. But I was trying to pull it on who I imagined was there. I looked through the window. I thought I saw somebody. Anyways, they ran, whatever. I testified me in court. I got 4 years for stealing her car. Because they took off and I took her car keys and I stole the car. I got 4 years. 3 years for stealing the car. 1 year for stealing the keys. What? A year for stealing the keys. You feel me now? And 3 years for taking the car. Like, how can you take the car without the keys? I see what you did there. That's like one of those okie dokie, like the flip flop, the Macarena. Like, left foot in. Like, that's like a pretty good one. You guys shot that. So, when I went to the Connect's house, I seen her. I haven't seen her since. She was testifying. She came testified against me. Bro. And then I was in a bind. She like got real nervous and she saw me. I didn't care. Whatever, dude. I'm not bitter. I'm forgiving you. I took your car. Like her mom pretty much made her. I don't care, dog. I let that go. Like, whatever. I barely recognized her. But I felt an obligation to tell the homeboy. Should I? The Connect. I'm like, damn, should I tell him that one of those customers who's hanging out with testified on me in court? Because what if he found out later and be like, Splinter, how can you tell me, bro? It could look bad. So I told him what she did. But I also put a good word in for her and said I didn't think she'd tell on him. I was like, unless you steal her car, maybe. But I don't think she's going to tell on you for, you got your little, selling your little dimes and shit. So be that as it may, dog, that was a trivial situation. And even after she testified against me, she's still going around to everybody I'm Splinter's old lady. Imagine that. And she was at a pad one time and she said, hey, I'm Splinter's old lady. And a couple of dudes, my homeboys, were like, wait, which one? The one that just testified on him, and she'd ask for a ride. And they go, yeah, we'll give you a ride. And it took her way out of the way, told her to get out. I mean, dude, I would go around bumping the gums. Be that's a May dog. Shit happens, better know me. So, bro, a wood that had high rank that you hated. Michael H. Michael H said, and I tell you that, oh my gosh, hang on, brother. Hold up, we're getting carried away. Michael H. A wood that had rank that you hated. Of course. But you know even more than that is other races that were in charge of the keys. Ooh, some of them really got on my nerves. Even the Southsider that did this tattoo. It was one of my favorites, actually. This clown chick. And he did that tattoo on me. He had the keys to the building in Arizona. But he was funny style. But I did not really see it at first until after, like, he's doing my tattoo and stuff. Because we have PlayStations and Xboxes. And then, of course, what do you think started coming around? Porn. And I was one of the first people to get porn. And I was actually one of the first people to get in trouble for it. And I don't even know why. I'm not bragging by any way, shape, or form. But some came out and it's like, bro, this is weird. You had to get the green light from the homeboy. And literally they want to see what movie you got for you. Imagine that. Let's just shut down and talk about this. The dude who had the keys to the building for the woods, if you're a white boy, if you're going to get yourself a Triple X movie, he would want to take it and see it. See if you can even look at it. Because they would not want other races. There's certain stuff that they wouldn't feel their white boy would should be looking at. So they'll tell you if you can have it or not. I would trip on that. Is that just like a free way to be maniacal? Like, oh, like you have ice cream. I'll see that. I'm gonna make sure this doesn't have poison in it. I mean, come on, dog. What do you mean? I'll hit that first. Make sure I didn't lace it with nothing crazy. Like, let me watch that first before. So, dog, there's that. Okay. So I was one of the first. So I didn't do that. I didn't run it by him. I was getting it from my neighbor. I thought that was like, dude, I'll be the judge of this, homeboy. I know it. I don't need your green light. So, and they found out I got kind of reaching. So, anyways, they shut it down. Like, Woods couldn't even get none. I ended up getting one later on. And it was kind of pricey. And the dude's getting ready to do the tattoo. And he came at me all like, I'm not doing that tattoo unless I can look at that movie you have. And it was like during dinner. I was like, what? It was like just kind of like trippy. I was like, no tattoo then? I just started not doing your tattoo if. And then what he said after that, I said, no, like, fuck it, don't do it then. But then you want my movie too? It's like a weird trippy thing. And then he won't even come in my cell and watch it. Like, I'm just going to say, okay, go in my cell. Here's the movie, my Xbox, sit on my bed, enjoy yourself, popcorn, this and that. I said, Charlie Holmes. And then he threw out there that he was just joking. Then he wanted to borrow it. No, I'm just joking. I don't want it. But can I borrow it, though? If I get like he needs to walk around looking for someone's Xbox. And dude, it's all like a trip. He did do the tat. But bro, I fed him with a long spoon after that. And then he ended up getting, boom, knocked out of there, bro. Like, shot out like a cannon. And because, have you ever heard of a doppelganger? A doppelganger or whatever. Someone who looks identical. Dude, bro, I had to have a one time the craziest thing. Because when I was at CMC West, there's a dude named David. He's about yay high. He had dark wavy hair. He had like a dark mustache. And you guys see this? People, that's Flames, the tattoo. But he had hair right there. So mustache, like hair right here, dark wavy. And he had a guitar. And his vibe was like, hey, what's wrong? And he's like, cool dude. He's like, I don't really know. But he had a guitar, and I'd borrow it. Then I'm a solid dad. They're calling me out. I think it was getting close. Maybe it was for the Duck of Arizona. I can't really remember. It wasn't a lockdown. I know that. They called me out of my cell. There's some other people they called out. Were standing in line, and I see him. I see Dave from CMC West. It's him. I was like, hey, what's up? But this time he's like, hey, what's up, Holmes? And he's like claiming a gang, a Southsider gang. And I was like, what? What do I even do with this, dude? I've never seen like a Wood I've done time with. Then I see him just a year or two later. He's a Southsider. I just started mad dogging him. And I was like, what is this dude doing? It was all over the place. What is he even? Dude, he's unstable like water. I was just trying to figure it out. Should I tell the homeboys? How do I address this? Dude, what? And so I'm kind of just mad dogging him stuff. Trying to figure out what I want to do with it. And then it kind of like dawns on me that no. I have it all mixed up. But they look identical to the point where I stared at him the whole time. How I figured out with his tattoo on the back. And then I asked him. Because I thought, hey, it's going to matter if he got out and did it on the streets or did he do it in prison. So I was like, hey, did you come straight here from CMC West or did you get out? So I thought it'd make a difference if he got out and did it on the streets or we did it in prison. I'm just like trying to figure this shit out. And I was like, did you get out or did you come here from CMC West? Like, I've never been to CMC West. I was like, yeah, you remember me, Splinter? I used to borrow your guitar, right, David? He's like, no. And I was like, damn, it's not even him. And then tattooed on the back of his neck with it. Like, and I was just like, the whole like day when we had, I think it was a medical, and he was making him uncomfortable. Fuck, I looked exactly like that dude. It blew me away. And then later he ended up in my dorm. And still, sometimes I was eating at dinner table and he's right here, I couldn't help but just be like, I can't believe he looks exactly like that fucking record bar guitar. Exactly like him. And they end up doing, this dude, I can't even remember his name though, the Southsider looks just like that wood from CMC West, used him to beat up the guy who gave me the tattoo. Because he was selling Garaga for the house. They'd send him all these papers, they were already made up. And he'd get in there and pinch a little bit off, pinch a little bit off, pinch a little bit off. And the bags start getting small. People start complaining, man, the bags look small. They were big, now they're small. So they shot him a bunch of stuff. And then they waited like 2 hours. Hey, shoot it back real quick. And they got it back and been tampered with. So they sent the doplinger guy to put a smash on. So there you have that, bro. Bro, Cheesy Peasy says, dangerous prison politic. Bro, all of them. All prison politics are hella dangerous. Hang on, I gotta see some real quick. I hate when I can't read my own notes. That's right. Cheesy Peasy said, though, dangerous prison politics. My one, I think the most dangerous is when you're doing a battery, doing a removal, you have to go until the cops come and break it up. And I guess it's all fine and dandy on a level 1 or 2 yard and you're just jumping them and the cops come and spray you and you get down or walk the reception or something like that. But no, but how about a level 4? When level 4, now picture this, 180, there's not a lot of people on the yard. There's not a lot of people. And the cops stay like this. And there's no warning shots. It's blast all over the wall. And you can't run. So as soon as they see someone start to go bust a grape, and they're like this, and they see you start doing this motion, boom! Damn, just that quick. And bro, even if they did do a warning shot, sometimes you gotta keep going till the cops pull you off. Keep going after a warning shot even, bro. It'd just be like on the streets. If I went to Walmart, someone went to Walmart, just got crazy and broke out a filetto, started doing that, cops show up, they're gonna, bro, they think that they're saving a life by doing that to you. I think that's crazy. You have to go and put on work until the cops come pull you off. Or in the hole, you have to go until a block gun. You have to get shot with a block gun. Get hit with it, not get shot at. I didn't have to do removal in the hole. It came real close. I'll put you up on game what happened. But I seen a Southsider doing a removal. And it shot with a block gun, but the guy kept missing. Boom, boom, 2-3 times. And he just kept going until finally pegged him right in the middle of the forehead. Then it like stunned him. He was like, bro, homeboy got him. But trip on this. A side and B side. The hole, O-wing. They wanted a wood over there. Hit with a razor blade. They had one dude who was supposed to do it on a yard. He rolled it up. So then they asked another dude to do it. He rolled it up. People are nervous about it because you're doing it right in front of the cops. Slice with a razor blade in front of the cops. And you're going to get all kinds of trouble. You're going to get, lose a year just from the prison, then the DA referral, a couple another years. Bro, you're going to lose probably 3, maybe 4, 6 years, 5 years, 5 at 80. Use a grip of time. So no one's really wanting to do that, bust that move. So since they couldn't get anybody to do it, they're talking about moving someone from my side over there to do it. And I was like, rah, 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 rah. And it's crazy because mine was the first wood sailed to the shower as soon as you came out of the tier. So it's like I usually got the short end of the stick. Like when something happened, it's like, well, Splinter's the first one. How about old Splinter? So dog, I think they're gonna pull me over there, man. So I'd say all of them. All of them are dangerous. So, trip on this though. Sean Donahue. Dude, you thought were knacks until it kicked off. Yes. Dude, Clucky from IE. CMC West, we got it right with Southsiders. I thought Clucky was just a straight up knack. I didn't like his nickname, first of all, Clucky. And he lived up to it and laughed about it. And he was one of the dudes that always walked around with his cup, wanting a shot of coffee, like Spoon Dog. Always walk around with a spoon in the sock, and when you're eating, he pulls it out and give a bite. Dudes walk around like, have a shot. And then he gives Clucky like a nice gray workout shirt, and the next day, where's your shirt? Oh, I sold it for jar of coffee. I collected. Huh? I'm Clucky. But no, it's not a good looky. I didn't care for him at all, bro. And then we got into riot with Southsiders, and how the building is shaped, it's like a submarine. It's like long and skinny, beds on either side with big lockers, and 2 people could probably barely walk down the thing, like shoulder to shoulder. That's as big as it gets, walking down the pathway, whatever you may want to call it. Long and skinny, the riot kicked off right there. And Clucky came running from a great distance. This dude Ben, Skinner for San Diego, came running from a great distance. Me and Hot Rod's when I started it, I was right next to Hot Rod. Of course, we're in on it, just by default. Boom! Because it happened to us. There it was. But this dude named Slither. I couldn't fucking stand Slither. And the thing about Slither, everyone liked him. And I didn't like him. In preparation of this video, I was like, I want to tell you guys why I didn't. And I can't really think of like a whole lot of reasons why. I was like, why don't I? I'm going to tell everybody why I don't like him. And I was like, Dude, something about his mouth is like an ass I didn't like. And sure enough, when that riot kicked off, he was nowhere. Because like I said, it's a long, skinny dorm. And so obviously when the riot kicks off and the cops come in, you're not going to stay in the walkway where the cops are trampling. You're going to get off the side, out of the way. You can only do that in the bed areas. Remember I said there's beds up along the side? So you're in the bed areas now. Like here's the bed. You're like this. And here's the bed, all these beds. And here's the walkway, and you're like this. And I get down like that, and Splinter is in his bed. He's in his bed, and he's like, he wanted so bad for me to not look at him. And I gave him a quick glance. I'm like, dude, wasn't it physical? We sat and argued for a while. You cannot have sat through it. So basically, we sat and argued. We Southsiders, he stayed in bed. And then punches got thrown. He kind of just still stayed there like that. Bro, what? And there he is. Charlie Holmes. Bro, stick in your neck, Slither. I cannot stand that dude at all. Be that as it may. Hey, homeboy, Sean Donahue. Shout out to you, brother. Cheesy Peasy, Michael H. There was another one. Where's it at? Dog, that might be it, homeboy. Cool, we're fresh out of time. Last video of the month. Was it good for you? It's good for me. Nothing but most love and respect. Shout out to Dave Myers. Shout out to Green Eyed Gemini. Shout out to the Vice President, Derek. Nothing but most some respect. Already preparing a video for tomorrow. Really going to be hitting it hard. Cut string, let it fly. Peace.